Good morning, students. Welcome to 7th Standard Social Science, Term 3, Civics, 3rd Unit, Road Safety. So, children, listen carefully to this session and in case of any doubts, make a note of it, which shall be clarified on the day of reopening. So, now let's enter into today's topic. Today, our topic is about road safety. So, the revolutionary invention of the wheel has given rise to modern technologies from the transport to machinery. And also, it is one of the most fundamental inventions nowadays even used for producing the hydroelectric power, and also this fundamental inventions is used in our daily life. Invention of wheel may be a mystery, but the history of vehicles prove the intelligence of human beings. So children, can you imagine a world without two-wheelers, three-wheelers or four-wheelers? So it is a very difficult way for transportation purpose. And also, we travel via roads almost every day. We go to school, college, office, shops, even visit our relatives and friends. So, we need to be safe on roads. So, in this lesson, we are going to see about road safety and some safety measures to be followed while traveling on road. So, let's see the definition of road safety. Road safety refers to the methods and measures used to prevent road users from being killed or seriously injured. So, road safety is a measure or precautionary steps to avoid the injuries or the death. So, now let's see what is the need for safety on roads. Why we should be safe while traveling or driving on roads. Let's see it. It is a saddening fact that India is the world's largest contributor to road accidents. So every day when we open the newspaper, we can see some road accidents news. So India accounts for about 10% of road accident or fatalities at worldwide. That means the death rate. And also road crashes have a threatening impact on Indian lives, growth and economy. So now let's see what are the causes for the road accidents. That is the reason behind the road accidents. First one is distracted driving. So distracted driving is the major reason behind the road accident. So this is a larger threat and the leading cause for road accidents. It is the distraction of the driver engaging in any other activity while driving. It may be talking over mobile phone or using the mobile phone or texting some messages in the mobile phone or engaging in some activities with where the attention is diverted from driving. And also the second reason for road accident is reckless driving, that is rash driving or overspeeding driving. So it is a major traffic violation of rules. It is defined as the mental state in which the driver purposely avoid the rules of the road. Next one is night driving. So night driving also causes many accidents because of insufficient light. So an extra alertness is needed while traveling at night. The uncontrolled sleep and also the tiredness due to long drive and the poor lighting on the road can cause fatal accidents. So it may lead to death. Next major reason is tailgating. So tailgating means without leaving a space between the vehicles. So tailgating refers to the condition where a driver drives behind another vehicle without leaving sufficient distance between them. So tailgating is illegal and it is a dangerous habit where driving too close behind a vehicle. And next one is heavy traffic. Heavy traffic is also another reason for road accident. So increase in the number of vehicles on the road may create heavy traffic jam and cause more pollution. The next one is road conditions. Road conditions is also a major reason behind the accidents. Road expansion is very slow when compared to the expansion of vehicles. And also the damaged roads or some potholes roads. So the holes on the roads may cause accidents. And next one is avoidance of safety gears. So next reason is avoidance of safety gears. So avoiding the use of helmets and the seat belt. So helmets should be wear for two-wheelers and seat belts for four-wheelers may lead to unwanted happenings. Next one is impatience of pedestrians. Pedestrians means those who travel by walking on the road. So the impatience of pedestrians is also the another major reason. So the impatience of pedestrians and violation of traffic rules results in accidents. Now let's see the other factors or the other causes for accident. So the major causes is drunken driving. So the other causes is drunken driving. So consuming the alcohol while driving. Next one is jumping over the red light. So without following the traffic signs, jumping over the red light. And next one is crossing the unmanned railway crossings. So next one is speeding or crossing the unmanned railway crossings may cause great damage to your valuable lives. So due to this, many families lose their breadwinners. So crossing the unmanned railway crossings may also cause severe injuries or fatal death. Next one is over speeding, that is driving the vehicle at a high speed may also cause accidents. So now let's see some road safety rules and regulations. So every country has its own safety rules and regulations for the best interest of its citizens. And India also designed its own safety rules, that is some road safety rules for protecting the road users from meeting with accidents and injuries. So every country has its own set of road safety rules, and as per the Indian law, one should be eligible to get the driving license at the age of 18. So as per the Indian law, one is eligible to get the driving license at the age of 18, and also while driving mobile phone is prohibited. So while driving mobile phone is prohibited, and also sound horns is prohibited near a hospital or a school zone. Sound horn is prohibited near a hospital or a school zone. So these are some rules framed by the Indian law. So now let's see some 10 golden rules for road safety. So 10 golden rule for road safety which is important to follow and also teach your children. So first rule is stop or slow down. First rule is stop or slow down. So allow the pedestrian to cross first an uncontrolled zebra crossing. They have the right of way according to rule 11. So they have the right of way. So first one is stop or slow down. Second one is buckle up. Buckle up so that your family and you are safe in the car. That is, you have to wear the seat belts. And the third golden rule is obey the traffic rules and signs. So to prevent the road accidents according to section 113, as a citizen we have to obey the traffic rules and signs. And next one is obey the speed limit. So for your own safety and for others, according to section 112, it is mandatory to obey the speed limit. And also keep your vehicle fit. So to prevent frequent breakdowns and difficulty in controlling the vehicle, which may lead to accidents on road, we have to service it. So we have to keep the vehicle fit according to section 190. And next one is never use mobile phones while driving. So according to section 184, you should avoid distractions that lead to accidents. And one such distraction is mobile phone. Next one is wear helmet. So according to section 129, to protect your head while riding a two-wheeler, a good quality helmet, so it reduces the chances of severe head injuries by over 70%. Next one is never drive dangerously. According to section 184, you have to ensure your own safety and that of other road user. Should not drive dangerously. And next one is be courteous. Be courteous. That means you have to share the road. You have to share the road with all and be considerate and never range on the road. It is dangerous for you and the other road users. Next one is never mix drinking and driving. So according to section 185, so as a citizen we have to be responsible. So don't drink and drive. So these are all the 10 golden rules for road safety. And also use of standard helmets while driving two-wheeler and strap it before mounting the vehicle. And also fasten the seat belts. So you have to wear the seat belts while driving in car for both the driver as well as the co-passenger. And also avoid carrying heavy load while riding a two-wheeler. So while riding the two-wheeler, you have to avoid carrying heavy load. And also two-wheeler can carry only one adult pillion rider. So it can carry only one rider, not the whole family. So you have to travel only with one pillion rider, not the entire family. And also keep a distance from the vehicle ahead of yours. So there should be a minimum distance between the vehicles. And also slow down on bends and turns. So slow down on bends and turns, especially in hill stations. And then the Motor Vehicle Act of 1988 passed by the Parliament came into force in 1989 and it is applicable to across the country. So Motor Vehicle Act of 1988, it came into implementation in the year 1989 and it is applicable across the country. And next let's see about the preventive measures. So what are the preventive measures which was taken by the government side? So through the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India has taken enormous efforts to reduce the number of road accidents. So let's see some preventive measures. So first one is taking steps for the rectification of accident, black spots and improvement of road engineering. So first one is construction of damaged roads. So improvement of road engineering. And second preventive measure is ensuring the good functioning of the traffic signals and road signs at busy crossing roads. So the government has ensured the good functioning of traffic signals and road signs. And third one is constructing proper roads both in urban and rural areas. So constructing proper roads both in urban means city, rural means village areas. And next one is installation of CCTV cameras to record the high-speed offences which can detect the offenders. So CCTV camera is installed on the road. So installation of CCTV cameras to record the high-speed vehicles. And next one is prohibiting the act of digging or hoarding soil from the roads. So prohibiting the act of digging the soil from the road. And next one is remove encroachments and maintain proper pedestrian ways for ensuring road safety. So maintaining the proper zebra crossings for road safety. So these are all the preventive measures taken by the government. So now let's see what all the preventive measures should be taken by an individual. Individually, what all we have to do. So one should drive. That means one who drive a vehicle should have undergone a training and test to obtain the driving license. So he should have a driving license, and also it is compulsory to have the following documents. So let's see the following documents. So first one is driving license, next one is registration certificate of the vehicle, next is insurance certificate, and then the taxation certificate, and then the fitness certificate is all important documents. And also the brake failure can result in crucial collisions. So brake failure may result. So the vehicle should be in a good condition and serviced at regular intervals. So as an individual, we have to do all these. We have to have necessary document with us and we have to service the vehicle. And next one is to avoid accidents because of the potholes and road humps. User can opt to use Raksha Safe Drive device. So this device is called Raksha Safe Drive device and it is attached with Velcro. It is attached with Velcro to the car and alerts the driver about the road humps, that is the speed breakers, the bad roads, and on crossing the speed limit. So it gives an alert to the driver. And also carpooling. So carpooling means sharing of the car. So carpooling means it is the sharing of car journeys. So carpooling is the sharing of car journeys so that more than one person travels in a car and prevents the need for more cars to the same location. So carpooling means traveling more than one or sharing the car for the same location. So it reduces the number of vehicles on the road. And next one is Raksha Safe Drive device. So it is the first smart road safety platform in India. So India's first smart road safety platform is Raksha Safe Drive, and it is a device capable of automatic crash detection, two-way call connectivity, GPS tracking, engine health monitoring, and smart panic button. So these are all the features of this device. So now let's see how the parents and teachers can educate the students. So parents and teachers play a vital role in imparting road safety education to young ones. So the parents as well as the teacher, they have the responsibility to educate the young ones about the road safety. And also, if a child's parent violates the traffic rules, the child too will initiate the same in future. So, the elders have to set an example for them in adhering to the safety rules and regulations. And also, the video and computer games that stimulate driving should be banned by the government or discouraged by parents, as it will develop racing habit in children. So the children has to avoid video games like racing games. And also help your children to learn about the traffic signals and rules and instruct them to wait for the right signal and to use the zebra crossing while crossing the road. And also warn them not to turn across or along the road and teach them to use the footpath while walking on the road. So it is a duty of the parents as well as the teacher. And also provide road safety education since childhood, and it has to be made as a part of school curriculum, syllabus, textbook, and included in the RSP like that. And also activities like writing the slogans, essays and paintings based on the road safety may create an awareness among the children. So now let's see how media creates an awareness to the citizens. So medias like radio or TV or films or advertisement, it could take up this responsibility in creating awareness of road safety. So media also has the whole responsibility to create an awareness about the road safety. And also on Sachin Tendulkar's 45th birthday, Mumbai police has released its video to create awareness among the motorists. The little master set great records wearing a helmet. How about simply following his footsteps? So, on 45th birthday of Sachin Tendulkar, he created an awareness of wearing an helmet while driving. And also now let's see about the traffic signs. The traffic signs act as a silent conductors of the traffic on the road. So it is the silent conductors. And also some traffic signs are mandatory like stop, speed limit, turn right, no left turn. So like these, some traffic signs are mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory, you have to follow those signs. And some signs are cautionary. So cautionary means it gives warning to the drivers about the danger ahead. So it gives warning to the drivers like steep ascent or descent or narrow bend or some men at work. So it gives some warnings to the driver. And next one is some signs are informatory, providing information to the driver. So it provides information, for example, about hospital, petrol pump, resting place, parking or no parking area. So like that it provides some information to the drivers. So now let's see about the National Road Safety Week. So this is a national event which aims at promoting public awareness about traffic rules and to reduce the casualties due to road accidents. So National Road Safety Week is ensured to create an awareness about the road safety rules and regulations in order to reduce the number of accidents. And it is observed annually means every year it is celebrated. So every year it is celebrated with joy and enthusiasm, and also a variety of programs related to road safety is conducted. So next one is educational banners. So it promotes the awareness by providing educational banners and also safety posters, leaflets and pocket guides related to road safety are distributed to the public. And the Government of India observes Road Safety Week awareness during the January. So Road Safety Week is celebrated during the January every year. So now let's see some suggestions in order to avoid the road accidents. So first one is walking. So walking is a good alternative, and the cycling is a good exercise for a distance of 1 to 2 kilometers a day. So walking is a good alternative. And also use of eco-friendly vehicles. And then implement the idea of installing the bullets near the unmanned railway crossings. And also a separate unhindered passage for cyclists would yield many benefits and also reducing the road crashes. And then cycling. Cycling is a healthy habit and it reduces the pollution. And then the motorcycle. The motorcycle manufacturers should be asked to design the two-wheelers with a designed maximum speed of 50 km per hour. So the motorcycles or the two-wheelers should be designed with the maximum speed of 50 km per hour. So it reduces the road accident. And also an awareness program can be used by narrating the live examples and also projecting the videos. So we have come to an end of today's unit or today's topic. So with this unit, the road safety is completed. So So you can refer your textbook. So refer your textbook pages. So today topic is covered from page number 198 to 204. So now it's time for questions. So let's see some evaluation questions. And in case of any doubts, you can go through the whole session video once again, or else you can refer your textbook. So let's see some questions. First one, the most useful invention of man for transport is what? Using what is inevitable in our journey of life. Third one, too many vehicles on the road can cause what pollution? And fourth one, what is the monetary supporter of a family? Finally, in case of emergency for medical assistance, call what number for help? So write the phone number. So try to answer all these questions in the notebook which you are maintaining for social science. So with this video, we have come to an end of road safety. So practicing the road safety is more important than preaching it. So you have to practice it before preaching it. Thank you.